Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
This is Steven Espinosa from Showtime Sports. Shout out to Money Brown TV. What's up, Brian Custer from Showtime Championship Boxing. I gotta give a big shout out to Money Brown TV.
Give a shout out to Money Brown TV from the Punchline.
Hey, yeah, Money Brown, we on the way up, baby. Yeah, Toesville coming up, baby. Look at us now.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight War? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here's on 3 big dogs in this fight game. We have Sebastian Fundora, the champion at 154 pounds after beating Tim Tszyu in spectacular fashion. We have Errol Laura, the champion at 160 pounds. We all know he's a 2-division world champion. Laura, still ticking, just beat Danny Garcia. And then we have Errol the True Spence Jr., the former WBC, IBF, and Super WBA unified champion at 147. Suffered his first loss to Terrence Crawford, looking to be a 2-division world champion at 154, and maybe looking to be a 3-division world champion by going 160 pounds. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, Errol the True Spence Jr. is gearing up to get back in the ring, and he's ready to go back to work. You understand? It's a lot of speculation going on out there that Errol will be taking on Sebastian Fundora. It's a lot of speculation going on out there that Errol want to step up and fight Errol Laura after the Danny Garcia fight. Errol Spence, he's getting that itch. We see him on Twitter tweeting and things of that nature, saying, I'm next and things like that. And, he's not going out with an L, right? He's not going to let the Terrence Crawford fight be his last defining moment in a boxing ring. He's getting himself in great shape. He's shaking out a little bit here and there in the gym. And, the big secret and the big thing that everybody want to know is who's going to be the next man to train Errol the True Spence Jr., or will he link back up with Derrick James? You understand? So Errol Spence has a lot going on at the moment. And we'll see, would it be this man right here in Sebastian Fundora? Sebastian Fundora look like he won't Errol the True Spence Jr. A lot of people keep mentioning him with Terrence Bud Crawford, but it look like he won't Errol Spence. I think he feel like him and Errol Spence does bigger numbers. I think he feel like Errol Spence is a better opponent, you know what I mean? For as selling tickets and things of that nature, just looking at the history of things. And he probably feel like Errol Spence is the weaker link out of the two with Terrence Crawford and him, after Errol is coming off a long layoff and coming off a loss to Terrence Bud Crawford. And we seen Terrence Bud Crawford, came off a win, going out there at 154 pounds, becoming, a 4th-division world champion. So now, it's going to be up to Sebastian Fundora to see what's his next move that he want to make. And we know he deal with the PBC. And we all know that, PBC does business with PBC first and foremost. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks about, Terrence Bud Crawford and what he wants. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, Errol Laura coming off a victory over Danny Swift Garcia, being the first man to stop Danny and Danny's entire career, and probably just retired Danny Garcia. It's yet to be seen. But Laura is still going strong and things of that nature. And I think he will welcome a fight with Errol Spence as well. Laura's looking for big paydays. He don't have that much longer to go in the sport of boxing, right? We know he's in his 40s, but he's still looking good, bro. And, he's doing his thing as a world champion at 160. So we'll see if Errol Laura likes to step into the ring with Errol Spence to see how that turn out. You know what I mean? That'll be a hell of a fight. We know the style of Laura. We know the style of Errol. Errol been on a long layoff that he's been on. Stepping back in the ring with somebody like Laura, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. After we seen what Laura did to Danny Garcia, Laura is no pushover, not by far. Not by far. He have a hell of a resume. Win, lose, or draw, he still has a hell of a resume that you got to respect in this game, and you can't play boxing. You know what I mean? What you put in is what you're going to get out of it. You feel me? And Laura is somebody that stay dedicated to the sport. He don't get out of shape. And, he's a bad boy. Now, when it comes to EJ, man, listen. I know a lot of people looking at EJ saying, man, Errol might be finished. Is his heart still in the game? We don't know if he's this, if he's that. Well, it's yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen. We have to wait to see him get back in the ring. You feel me? Yes, he's been out for a while. But as Errol Spence always say, he don't get into the game for tune-ups. He want none but big fights, championship fights, meaningful fights, and that's what made Errol Spence. That's why he is the truth. That's why the fans love him. That's why his fan base still rock with him and wait on him to return back into that square circle. You understand what I'm saying? And once he get into the ring, I feel like, hey, he's going to put on the show, man. That's how I feel. Y'all know Earl is one of my favorites, man. I'm going to ride with him till the wheels fall off. Until the wheels fall off, you dig? So we waiting on EJ to get back in there to see who his next opponent going to be. You feel me? Now, picking this opponent is what's going to be, kind of iffy. You feel me? Not fighting at 154, not fighting at 160. It'd be his first time fighting at them weight classes where he feel like he'll be better with the weight. He don't have to suck down to 147. You still have to understand the weight and see if your power going to translate. You understand what I'm saying? We know Errol Spence is a body snatcher. He's a grinder. He ain't the one-punch knockout artist. He'll grind you down that he can get you up out there by putting on accumulation of punches and beating you up. Somebody like Sebastian Fedora, who is a banger, who will stand there with you and bang it out with you, you know what I'm saying? He is a dangerous opponent because we know Errol Spence has plenty of injuries, eye injuries, hand injuries. We know what happened with the core situation, things of that nature. So you have to be very mindful of things of that nature because that is a tough fight. Then going to 160 fighting Arslan Lara, who lately has been a banger, right? Lara standing there with you, bang it out, but who's mainly, style has been a mover, boxer, puncher, move around the ring, make you think and try to catch him. They can make Errol Spence think in the ring too, by being out the ring for so long. Now you have to go out there and show your conditioning and things of that nature, where Errol Spence really never had a problem with, but putting on 160 pounds, fighting at 160, by never fighting up there, you got to make sure that you're ready for that division. So Errol has, he has a lot on his hands and a lot of things to pick. And like I said, the main thing is going to be who's going to be his trainer, right? Like I said, we know him and Derrick James in a court situation that haven't been resolved yet. And, to pick a trainer that can be there for you and understand you and want to, help you get to the next level, is going to have to be somebody that Errol Spence respect and somebody that's, knee deep in the game, because you can't go from Derrick James to somebody that don't have the knowledge or have, the pedigree to handle somebody like Errol Spence. You understand what I'm saying? So he don't want to take nobody up under Derrick or somebody that's close. You need somebody on that level or a little bit above. You feel me? So I was looking at Robert Garcia. Freddie Roach would have been a good one, but we know Freddie kind of getting up there in age and things of that nature. Ronnie Shields still out there. Would he go to Ronnie Shields? So it's a few trainers out there. I like to say fighter trainers that can help Errol Spence get ready, because he need a fighter trainer. He don't need one of these trainers that's never been in the ring. So Errol got his work cut out for him as well. So it's yet to see who Errol Spence would pick as a coach and who he would pick as an opponent. You understand? So this gonna be a very, very interesting ride for Errol the True Spence Jr. It looked like he's returning in January of 2025, and I think he'll have somebody by then. So we know PBC got Lara and Sebastian Fedora, so Errol Spence will have first dibs. Regardless of people saying Terrence Crawford this, Terrence Crawford that, PBC is gonna look out for PBC first, and Errol Spence most definitely gonna get looked out by Al Heyman. So we will see who Errol Spence pick, who he would like to step into the ring with. Lara or Fedora to me is good scraps, depending on the situation with Errol. And we'll see how it turn out, man. I hope he picked the best opponent, and I wish them nothing but the best, because I ride with him to the end. But shouts out to Lara and to Fedora, because they ain't no pushovers. And they gonna give your ass a hell of a fight. So I wish Earl all the best. Straight like that, and money be on to the next. Subscribe, share the videos, and hit that like button.